Hey guys, this is Carlos from Too Much Gaming, and I'm with Kevin Boase from Buko Studios. You have 3 games here. We didn't see that last year. It's entirely new. Let's talk about Cybertron first. Cybertron, how do you best describe Cybertron?
So Cybertron is it's sort of inspired by classic shoot 'em ups from sort of the mid '80s. So sort of the Tron era. It's slightly it's inspired by an old game called Gyros.
Oh,
which,
okay.
Which was an old arcade game, which you only played on one axis, so it only had left and right controls and one fire button. So we've taken that control system and applied it to the PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
And hooked it up with our arcade system here.
It's quite difficult, especially with the dash, but it's very interesting mechanics. But you also have 2 other games that are pretty similar. They're also shooter, but one's like scrolling up, and the other one's side-scrolling.
Yeah.
The side-scrolling one is Air Blaze.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's sort of based on a classic game called Aero Blasters.
Okay.
So slightly precursor to the some of the classic
Gladius.
Yeah, Gradius and that. But they're sort of the early console shoot 'em up games.
Your third game, what's your third game again? Space Inferno, which is pretty much Space Invaders in a nutshell in my head. So, what's your idea and your basis with that one?
Well, it was really it started off as just a fun little experiment done over a weekend. Where we were going to take one of the earliest games ever created, see if we could mock it up in a weekend, and that's kind of where we get them. We got pretty far with it, and we thought this is quite fun, so we pushed it a little bit further.
Are you planning to speed up the tank?
Yeah, that's a major thing at the moment. The game kind of drags on, but.
So you were talking about off camera. You're saying that what game specifically do you want to kind of focus on, or is it still like you are doing a focus test with the 3 games right now?
Yeah, we're gonna see if people like these games, and there's quite a niche market for these kind of games.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to justify putting a lot of money into them. But if people like them, then we'll develop them further.
Is there other games that you're currently working on in Buko Studios aside from these 3 that you're being showcased on the floor?
We're interested in more mobile development. We haven't got any other projects that we've announced yet, but we've got a few bigger projects sort of on the back burner that we're not talking about yet. But
these 3 games are actually on PC. You're thinking about mobile as well in the future for these 3, or
yeah, they'll run on mobiles as well. Performance. We need to make sure that they run smoothly on mobile at 60 frames a second. But yeah, we can stick the touch controls in and put them onto iOS and Android.
One question, last question actually. Last year you showed a specific game. What happened to that game?
So that game was made for a client. That was Fizz and Hummer.
Fizz and Hummer, yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't taken it further at the moment. He's still getting it play tested, still deciding what he wants to do with it.
Is it still available in the iOS, or what's the current case of Fizz and Hummer?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether it is still available. You can still check out his website. But until he decides what he wants to do next with it, our hands are tied with it.
All right. Is there any way we can actually check out these 3 games, or is it only exclusive for
Not
ESGS
yet.
right now?
Coming soon.
Coming soon, right. Well, that's Buko Studios. If you want to check out other video interviews of every other studio here at ESGS 2015, go check out the playlist. It's all up there. We're covering. There's a lot going on right now. Esports, studios, indies. It's pretty awesome. I'll check you guys out in the next video.